Hi, I'm Jon Kirkman. I'm a music journalist and broadcaster based in the UK. Welcome along again to JK Central. You probably can't see this. I'm actually surrounded by CDs, box sets, books, signed posters, signed photographs, everything. There's a lot here, and this is where I come and hide myself away and do all these films and do interviews and recordings. And I quite like being in here. It's a kind of a bit like back to the womb sort of thing. I feel very at home in here. I'm working in here. What am I talking to you today about? Well, we have two things. The same, only different. What do you mean? Well, this is Pink Floyd and Delicate Sound of Thunder. As you can see, you probably recognise that from the original album sleeve. Delicate Sound of Thunder was the live album that Pink Floyd did. I think it came out in 1988. And it was following the tour to promote the album, which was A Momentary Lapse of Reason. Now on there you get the show. It's not the entire show though, but it's great. It sounds good. The 5.1 is brilliant. That's on DVD. Now, what we have here is the same set, only on steroids. You get the double CD, the concert, which is pretty good, and you get a Blu-ray. Now the Blu-ray's got some extra tracks on. So you get some other new tracks which were featured originally on the album, Momentary Lapse. Now inside, it's beautifully packaged. You get all these little things. Now look at that. And this is like cut away to feature the round screen. And there, of course, they're the lasers which were used during the show. They're very well known for using a great lighting effects. Now the thing about this is, although they had the round screen, as you can see there, and it was pretty wonderful. The sound of the light was great. The versions of the Pink Floyd songs are quite robust, actually. In fact, I always said that Momentary Lapse of Reason sounded very like a David Gilmour solo album, which there's no disgrace in that. I'm not criticising it. It was great to have them back, and it sounded really good. They became very much like Pink Floyd of old on the next album, which, as everybody knows, was called The Division Bell, and the subsequent live album that came after that, Pulse. It was absolutely amazing. But you get a nice booklet here with lots of pictures in and various credits. As you can see, there's Nick Mason. There's Richard Wright. And of course, there's some great live shows there. Wonderful live shots. And I saw Pink Floyd on this tour at Main Road, the old Manchester City football ground. And it was pretty impressive, I have to say. So there's loads of photos in there. And obviously the credits are in there as well. That's a nice little booklet. What you also get here is a rather fine poster. Now, if you ever see David Gilmour or you see Nick Mason, then I'm sure they'd be more than happy to sign this. So you've got that on the one side, which is the cover. Then you've got that, a band shot. Now, it always reminds me of the sort of Dark Side of the Moon tour. It's a very similar setup. I suppose Pink Floyd aren't going to change their setup. There were more musicians on stage here. These are the backing singers here. Although in the 70s they had two backing singers back in the day. The Blackberries, to be precise. Wonderful soul group and backing vocalists. So you get that, and, there's even more. You get a series of, well, I suppose that this is part of the design team that's done this. And of course, Hypnosis were an amazing design team. There's a couple of the pictures there. That's a very, very atmospheric piece there, isn't it? David Gilmour and his microphone. Now, what you get now, CD1, CD2, then you get the Blu-rays. No, you get the Blu-ray and the DVD. So you get both. This is a little more expensive, of course, than just the DVD, but for my money, it's worth it. It really is worth it. You're always better off getting the super deluxe editions of the Pink Floyd stuff because they do them so well. There's always some extras in there as well. That is the 4-disc set. It really is incredible. It captures a moment in time. And as I said, in the 80s, they had a very, very robust sound. They were a little more rocky than they had been previously. But they certainly play a lot of material from the comeback album, which was called Momentary Lapse of Reason. But they also play all the old classics. And this sounds horrible, that. It makes them sound like a cabaret band, which they are definitely not. The lights are great, although they did become better on the following album tour. I must say, anything by Pink Floyd is wonderful. There's also available now, which I don't have, I'm waiting to get, Pink Floyd live at Nebworth. It's only on CD. They did a short set, or a shortened set, for the Silver Clef music anniversary show at Nebworth, along with people like Cliff Richard, Paul McCartney, and Tears for Fears. And I think Dire Straits were on there as well. So that was part of a big festival, a day-long festival. And that's out on CD now. Their set is out on CD now, which also featured Candy Dulfer on saxophone. But again, very much like that band, and a bit of an interim band, because obviously, as I said, Candy Dulfer was on sax on that particular gig, but still a great concert, and you can buy that on CD now. That is it though. Delicate Sound of Thunder. Buy it, turn it up, yeah, annoy the neighbours. It's absolutely amazing. It'll sound like thunder next door. I love it, but I love most of what Pink Floyd have done over the years anyway. In fact, pretty much all of it. Maybe perhaps not several species of furry animal gathered together in a cave and grooving with a pict from Ummagumma, but pretty much everything that Pink Floyd's done over the years I've really, really liked, and this is no exception. In your shops now.